All right, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with another one. Wasn't able to get a media reaction live stream video to the Lions depth chart, but I'm glad I didn't because it changed. And they got a few key acquisitions, which we'll talk about. Hopefully Saturday afternoon we can talk live on a preview show for the Lions and the Jets. I dropped a prediction video. Every week we're going to do predictions on Monday, even though we did Tuesday because of the holiday. And Saturdays will be the pregame show where, eventually you guys will be able to call in. But right now, we just, do live chat the way we do it. But apparently, A'Shawn Robinson has been demoted officially on the new Lions depth chart. And Kerryon Johnson is still behind LeGarrette Blount, Theo Reddick, and Amir Abdullah on the depth chart, if I'm reading it correctly, because they got two running back positions to go. Blount, then Reddick at the one on the bottom. Then go back to the top, it's Amir Abdullah, and then go back to the bottom, it's Kerryon Johnson. And Hyder has overtaken Anthony Zettel on the Detroit Lions depth chart as well, too. All right, Zettel was a guy that people thought was on the fritz because he plays in the third quarter of the last preseason game. But let's talk about Robinson. All right, A'Shawn Robinson was eventually surpassed by Ricky John Francois, whatever his name is, and Deshaun Hand. In preseason, Deshaun Hand is listed as a backup I believe, to Zeke Ansah. All right. A'Shawn Robinson is behind Sylvester Williams, behind Ricky. And, he's regressed. They said he was struggling trying to find himself in a two-gap scheme, which he hasn't played since college. And, at one point he was batting the most balls at the line of scrimmage and stuff of that nature. But, he didn't never make the impact that, Sean Rogers did, that Ndamukong Suh did, and that he didn't even flash like Nick Fairley flashed at times when he was healthy here. So, I would foresee if this is his last year under contract that he won't be here next year if he don't make that adjustment. And he's just, a solid defensive tackle. He's nothing special. He's not batting balls down like he was at first. He's not getting to the quarterback. He's not dominating the run defense. That's just showing you the Lions know they have a problem, and they was frugal in the offseason. They could have signed Sheldon Richardson, who went to the Vikings. They could have signed Muhammad Wilkerson, who went to the Packers. All across the NFC North, teams upgraded their front seven. Now the Packers have Mike Neal, and now they have Muhammad Wilkerson. To a stacked defensive line, Minnesota's also added Sheldon Richardson. I know he ain't ball out like he did in the New York Jets with the Seattle Seahawks, but what if he does? What if Muhammad Wilkerson was just tired of losing with the Jets as well, too, and he has a revival playing with Aaron Rodgers and playing with the league? Spells trouble for Matthew Stafford, especially with Leonard Floyd, where people are not talking about the defensive end from the University of Georgia for the Chicago Bears, Roquan Smith, and Khalil Mack. It's nasty, man. Real nasty. But A'Shawn Robinson hasn't lived up to the hype like Bob Quinn picked him, and that's another Bob Quinn draft pick that is going down the trash can. It was him, Miles Killebrew. It's not looking good. Tease Tabers, he's backing up Nevin Lawson. He's not looking good. So you got a lot of different guys that ain't looking good out here, man. And I'm not fucking surprised by it. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. And also you go to Kerryon Johnson, looking like the Lions still don't want to let him start. If he's behind Amir Abdullah, man, I'm reading the depth chart correctly, and I'll link it to the description to the Detroit Lions website. It makes no sense, man. This dude should be behind Theo Reddick, Amir Abdullah, LeGarrette Blount. This dude should be starting with the talent. He's the best back right now. And only the Lions can overthink things like this. Draft a center, put him at guard. Draft a running back in the second round, make him the fourth string. Like, at the end of the day, I don't understand the thinking of the Detroit Lions. If he's even behind Theo Reddick, he's a better football player than Theo Reddick. He got better long speed. He can do things that Theo Reddick can do. He's a better runner than Theo Reddick. He's a better runner than LeGarrette Blount. He's way better than Amir Abdullah. So why is this dude the fourth string? Or even third string? Even second string? He should be the feature back. But that's the Detroit Lions overthinking things again. If you're going to draft a guy, you should have got a running back last year. Alvin Kamara, in the third or fourth round if he was going to do this? Should have got a running back in the fourth or fifth round if he was going to do this. Why take a guy in the second round if he's not going to start? It's not like a position like a quarterback or a cornerback position where it takes time to learn the position. Either you can run the ball as an NFL running back or you can't run the damn ball. You know, and I understand Bob Quinn say they didn't want to run Kerryon Johnson down because he had a lot of carries in college. Well, Bob Quinn, you don't have that luxury here in Detroit. You know? So maybe it wasn't a fluke in preseason like I thought it was, where I thought it was like, you know, maybe they were saving Kerryon Johnson and trying to surprise. They really got Kerryon Johnson as the fourth back on this team. Comical. And to end it off, Kerry Hyder has surpassed Anthony Zettel on the depth chart. I think it was just a matter of fact of him getting healthy. Of course, he's a better defensive end than Zettel all day and twice on Sunday. You know, 5 times on Monday night. He's a better defensive end. It's no fucking comparison. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Zettel, excuse my language once again, Anthony Zettel can't set the edge, can't be disciplined, don't know gap control. He's a depth guy. He's a backup. On most teams, he's probably a third stringer. Kerry Hyder with one leg is probably still better than Anthony Zettel because he's going to play his position. He's going to set the edge. He's going to play gap control. Don't jump inside. Don't do nothing more but what a defensive end and what Kerry Hyder's job description says he should do. And, you know, that's wrapping it up, man. So be on the lookout for our live show Saturday, Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links are in the description. If you'd like to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. If you can't donate, share the video, screen, record them, put them on social media, share them in Lions Group, NFC North groups. And the preview show going to be this Saturday. I'll put an invite up so you guys know what time to be there, probably Friday night. Much blessings to all the brothers and sisters that support the page. Pushing towards 2,000. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Much blessings. One pride, one time for the one time we go.